A very warm welcome to our YouTube session. This is me, Nikki Sinha, and I welcome you to yet another very interesting and very useful video for UGC NET History. Alright, now, so as the topic suggests, today's video is about revolutionary extremism and their significance. Now, in history, the revolutionary extremists who did not believe in the Gandhian ways of peaceful protest have usually been ignored in our history, but that is not the case. For all those people who have studied history in detail, they would know that they have made a significant contribution to achieving independence. Alright, that is exactly what we'll be studying today. Alright, first of all, let's focus on their contribution. Fine. So, though Gandhi ji and other congressmen differed from their ideology, yet they admired them for their nationalistic commitment. So please understand that they might have different ways of achieving things, but that does not mean that they were not nationalistic in nature. They were absolutely nationalistic. They were doing everything for their country. During the passive stage of Gandhian struggle, their action infused new energy into the masses. So after the non-cooperation movement, there was a lull in the national struggle, right? And it was the actions of the revolutionaries, of Bhagat Singh, of Rajguru, of Sukhdev, of Azad, that actually infused the common population with this continuous rigor, continuous fight for the independence of India. The activities of revolutionaries outside India highlighted India's cause on the world stage. Now, had they not done this, America would have never pressurized Britain to give us independence, because all of our revolutionaries, the Ghadar party, all of those revolutionaries who were not residing in India but abroad, they have done enough to bring to the attention of the people outside of India what India was going through. They were successful in creating what is known as a public opinion in the world forum. By setting an example through individual sacrifice, they motivated an entire generation, especially the youth, to take part in national movement. Bhagat Singh was just 23 years of age when he was hanged. He did not consider anything else important apart from freedom. When his father asked him to get married, he said, "Meri dulhan to azadi hai." So you can understand, if youth like this were part of the revolutionary extremism, what would have happened to the youth all over India. All over India, youth were really encouraged to participate in the national struggle and to give lives. They were not scared of losing life if the end result was independence. They created a fear psychosis in the hearts of the British officials and made them more responsive and responsible while dealing with Indians. Now, the Britishers were actually very scared of these revolutionary extremists. If they were caught, they were given the harshest form of punishments, that most probably they were given Kala Pani ki saza. So you can understand that the Britishers were really scared of them. When they killed Chandrasekhar Azad in the Alfred Park, you know what? His dead body was lying there for 2 days. No one dared to venture inside because they were so scared of him. So you can understand the kind of fear that was being created in the minds of the Britishers, and this made them all the more responsible towards Indians. They started including Indians into the decision-making process just because they could save themselves from here. Now, the revolutionaries in the 1920s aroused political consciousness of the citizens, especially during Bhagat Singh's trial in the Central Assembly bombing case. Now, when Bhagat Singh has bombed the Central Assembly, he did not run away. His whole idea was to make the deaf hear. उन्होंने कहा था कि गूंग बहरों को सुनाने के लिए आपको एक बड़े धमाके की जरूरत होती है. That's exactly what he had done. And he did not do this because he wanted to prove a point or anything like that. He wanted the people of India to understand what the Britishers were doing. So his trial was reported, his hunger strike was reported, his demands were reported, and people started gaining more and more sympathy towards the cause, and they understood that the real enemy was not anyone else but the Britishers. So this was actually some of their contribution to the freedom struggle. So guys, it is important for us to know about these Indian revolutionary groups. हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हम जाने इनके बारे में. Fine. So this was their contribution that they have made to the extremist, to the freedom struggle. And who made these contributions? किसने किया है ये contribution? That also is very important for us to know, and that is exactly what we will discuss here. So first of all, we have a group called Mitra Mela, which later became Abhinav Bharat Society. This was in 1899 and established by V.D. Savarkar and Ganesh Savarkar, and the place is Maharashtra. Then we have Anushilan Samiti, which was in 1902. This was established by Barendra Kumar Ghosh, Jatindranath Banerjee, Prabodha Mitra, Pulin Das, Satish Chandra Bose, and this was in UP, Bihar and Bengal. Satish Chandra Bose. Now, the next one is Yugantar. This was in 1906, established by Aurobindo Ghosh, Barendra Kumar Ghosh, Bhupendra Nath Dutt, Jatindranath Mukherjee, and this was in Calcutta. Hindustan Republican Association, 1924. This is what Bhagat Singh also belonged to. Sachindranath Sanyal, Ram Prasad Bismil, Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee, and this was in Delhi. Then we have Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. This is 1928. This was established by Chandrasekhar Azad, Ashfaqullah Khan, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev Thapar and Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee, and this was in Calcutta. Lastly, we have Anjumani Mohibane Watan. This was established by Sardar Ajit Singh. Ajit Singh was the uncle, Chacha of Bhagat Singh, alright, and he established this organization, and this was in Lahore. Now, these are the people who have made some very significant contribution to the freedom struggle, and it is important that we remember them. It is important that we know about them. So, that's exactly what we have done over here. So, in this video, we have discussed the important associations, the important extremist revolutionary associations, who was the founder, what is the date, what is the location, which you must remember because you can get this in the form of question. And then we have discussed their significant contributions that they have made. So, it is important to know who they are, what they are, so that we can understand their contribution. Okay. So, I really hope that you found this video really useful. I have made sure to compile everything at one place so that you can just take a quick glance and remember everything and revise everything for your exam purposes. Alright. Okay. So, that's about it for the video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really hope that you found it useful. If you still have any doubts, any problems, any issues, please feel free to address them in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to clear your doubts for you. So till then, please take care. This is me, Nikki Sinha, signing off. I will be coming back with a very new video on a new topic which will make it much more easier for your exams. Thank you. Take care.